Hey y'all, I'm Shayna and I'm back with another review. This is for Tyler Perry's Sistas, Season 5, Episode 20. Episode 20. What goes around? And I'm glad the season's almost over. Like, the previews last week made this week's episode look like it was going to be spicy. And honey, it ain't have nothing but salt and pepper on it. It wasn't spicy at all. Like, it ain't give what it was supposed to give. But I'm going to give y'all the best that I got. You know how I do. I'm going to give you something. So stay tuned, watch till the end, because that was the best part of the episode. Y'all already know what to do. In the meantime, before we get started, don't hesitate to subscribe. I'd really appreciate it, and it will help you grow out a ton because I'm trying to grow my channel. And also, don't hesitate to like and comment on the video. Check out my other content if you enjoy this, and I appreciate y'all. All right, so we pick up. We know last week we ended the episode with Sabrina coming over to Dani's, and she saw Q coming out of Dani's bathroom. So we pick up with that, and Sabrina tells Dani like he's the one, and she like, "What y'all slept together? How y'all know each other? Like, what's the big deal?" And they were like, "No." She's like, "No, girl, he slept with Maurice." And Dani like, "What? He slept with Maurice?" And Q just standing there like, "Okay, Aunt. Baby, I'm a scammer. I sleep with them all. I sleep with you, him, her, the dog. I don't care. I don't got no pics, okay?" He looking with no remorse, no nothing. Y'all just be glad you use protection. And get tested anyway, because we know protection don't protect from everything, okay? So, and she was like, she's the one that, caused the whole issue with my job and caused us to go to jail. So Dani said, "Oh no, I need a pow pow. Y'all know what a pow pow is." And Sabrina said, "What you gonna do to him?" And she said, "Oh no, girl, I need it for myself because what? Me and Maurice shared a man. Who child?" See, it's payback for all that stuff you said about Calvin. But I'm just joking. We gonna move right along. But Dani, I hope this is a tough lesson for you to please stop bringing these men into your house. Stop flopping them in and out of your full-size bed. Please stop. Don't bring nobody else over to that studio apartment. If it ain't gonna be, dang, what's his name? Preston. Ooh, he missed the episode and I forgot that fast. If it ain't gonna be Preston, then just take a break, cool down. You don't even need to date nobody right now. So Dani tells Sabrina, even though they use protection, that don't make her feel no better about it. And it wouldn't make me feel no better about it neither, truth be told. Q is just nonchalant. He like, "Okay, so I'm gonna see you at work." And she's like, you don't know me. We never met. This never happened. Don't speak to me. When you see me, act like you don't see me, okay? And he gonna say to me, like, "What's the big deal? Like, I did see you. I saw you last night." She ready to jump on him. He gonna ask for breakfast. He get on my nerves. I hope this is the end. Like, let's end his storyline right here. Like, let's end it. I ain't trying to take Q's check. I hope he gets some other acting gigs elsewhere, but we don't need him on this series anymore. So after he leaves, Sabrina said, "Dani, this is reminding me of the college days when you was flopping them in and out the bed. Like, it was one after another. Like, you was having a, beyond a hot girl summer. A hot girl summer before hot girl summers was a thing." Dani needs therapy. She needs to see him. We need to get to the root of this, what this is about, what's going on. She's like, "I ain't married. I ain't trying to settle down. So what? So that don't mean you got to sleep with everybody you meet? This man ain't did nothing to deserve it." And really, he didn't even really care about sleeping with you. He needed a place to stay because he's a hobosexual. Dani asked Sabrina not to tell the girls, but Sabrina said, "Oh no, I'm going to tell them. And we need to have an intervention. And y'all need to have more than that." Because I think Dani said, "Y'all going to have an intervention?" She was like, "No, we passed that point." "Yeah, we are. We need to get you to therapy. We need to get you to church. We got to get you somewhere. But you got to stop doing this. Because, you was busting out somebody's windows last week. Preston, just trying to love you, and you don't want that. And now you got you and Maurice sharing a man. Girl, you hitting an all-time low, ain't you? Because you have to stop. Sometimes we got to, the Lord is going to keep pushing you until you learn the lesson, not to get too deep." So we see Andi arriving at work, and the receptionist hands her mail, and then she said Paris, the janitor, got her some roses. And I said, not him trying to come back into the picture. That's the last thing Andi need right now. So then she said, the receptionist was like, "Ooh, aren't they beautiful? I know the lady who sells them on the corner." And it was like, the corner? You know she gonna act like she too good. They not from a florist. She don't want it. Those are some nice flowers. Don't do that, Andi. She gonna get them back to the receptionist. I'm like, you can have them since you know the lady. Girl, Paris gonna get her caught up with Robin because he said he don't know her, and then you sending flowers to the job. Like, don't do that. So Andi goes to Robin's office, and Robin tells her the loan shark called him to charge more interest. And she's like, "What? Like, what? Why?" And she's like, "Well, I mean, I told you he's shisty and shady. He don't play fair." So he asked Andi if she was working with Gary, and she like, "Well, why would you accuse me of that?" So apparently Gary called the loan shark and made a better offer if he rescinds the loan. I don't know why he got it. I don't know why he told Gary anything. First of all, he shouldn't have got it. He should have got it like wired to. I guess that would have been too much money movement or something. Because I feel like I would have put it in my account or another business account or something, and then moved the money so you can't trace it back to where it originally came from. I don't know if that's legal because I ain't never dealt with that much money. I would have asked first and found out if it was, and if it was, I would have done that. Or I just wouldn't have told Gary anything. Like, why did you tell him it's already there before the meeting? You should have waited till it was signed, sealed, delivered, and done, and then be like, it's in there, and they couldn't do nothing about it. I wouldn't have said anything. So Andi is upset that he's questioning if she's working with Gary, but I understand why he's asking her. It does look suspect, but no, Robin, you did it when you blabbed too soon. So Andi confesses that she helped him just basically to protect herself. It was all a selfish motives. That's it, for herself and nobody else. She wanted to become partner, and Gary and Hayden can get in the way of that. I mean, I would say, why wouldn't Gary want to get in the way of that? But he wants her to stay home, worrying about him. Probably wants her home barefoot and pregnant. And Hayden don't like her, so there's that. So then she says he was the a-hole. Girl, let it go. I mean, yeah, he was disrespectful, but my goodness, he has proved himself. He's beyond that point. Gary has done a million times worse, a million times more than that one comment he made that one day. Like, he has freed your friends. He's done all kind of favors, flipped over backwards, done everything in his power to make it up to you, and you are just like dragging it at this point. So surprisingly, Robin, is not upset by this. I would be, because you did it for yourself. Like, I guess that's better than her working with Gary. So Robin wants to tell Andi his plans for next steps, but she's like, I don't want to hear it. She starts getting defensive. Like, whatever you do, you on your own. I'm sorry for trying to help you. Girl, you act like you gave him the money, okay? All you did was point him in the direction of a loan shark for a loan that he ain't going to pay off the rest of his life. Robin said, it was a fair question. Like, don't be sensitive about it. You can't get upset. You're a lawyer. Like, you should understand. And she said, I'm just being cautious because you're my boss and I slept with you. Now you want to be cautious? It's a little too late for that. But I don't know why she's acting like she's the victim. She wasn't helping him just to help him. She was helping him for herself. So, I don't know. She was acting kind of weird to me. Calvin comes over to Sabrina's, and she tells him Bio is giving her the money to get Maurice out. She's ecstatic. She ain't had to do nothing for it yet, because ain't nothing for free. So Calvin asked if she's going to keep seeing him, and she said yes. I mean, I would after he just did that. I mean, Calvin don't got the coins. And then, I don't know. Like, I think she cares for Calvin, but I think she just wants a man who's like more of a alpha male type than Calvin. But Calvin really cares about Sabrina. That's why he's so disappointed. He's down and out about it, but he's trying to act like it's cool, but no, it ain't. And yeah, Maurice calls, and they're on speakerphone. They share the good news. And good old Maurice feeling like his old self. Because he said, look, I'm going to take me a nice hot long bubble bath when I get out of here. And then I'm going to get Bio some sloppy toppy. Because, listen, he spent all that money on me. I got to get my throat soaked. I said, Maurice is back. He ain't even get out yet, but he back. And Maurice notices Calvin is quiet. And he like, well, look, whatever Sabrina did for me is worth it. I'm worth it, okay? And he was like, look, my good Judy put out so I could get out. Like, he just making it worse. Calvin already thinking she did, and he just making matters worse. Like, Maurice, hush, just wait till you get out. But, I mean, he said it, but we all thinking it. My thing is, if Calvin tried to move on, like when he tried to move on with that white lady, she was sick to her stomach. If he tried to move on, she would be upset. So, I mean, but whatever. So Fatima comes to Andy's office and tells her things between her and Zach are good, And Andy tells Fatima that Karen apologized. Andy is also going to advise that Karen signed Zach's child support agreement, like the offer that he made, because she said it was very generous, which to me is like very generous. Sound like he giving a little bit too much. Them couple millions he got ain't gonna last forever at this rate. If I were him, like I wouldn't be giving. This would be contingent upon a DNA test. I ain't getting no at-home kit or nothing. We gonna go down to the courthouse. This is contingent upon DNA with blood work done. And we might have to get 2 rounds because, I done seen some cases and situations over there in paternity court and stuff where, So, yeah, we going to get it done once, twice. I need to make sure. I need to say 99.999999 before you get a dime out of me. So, Hayden, he was walking in into just the office with Fatima's plant. And what is her name? I'm going to get to it. I wrote it down somewhere. Tamara, I think. Or Tamara. I think it's Tamara. And Fatima looking, she like, okay, what is going on over there? And Andy like, it can't be good. She like, I'm going to find out what's going on. Watch that girl fall in love with Hayden and mess up the plans. I feel like as long as she get baby mama number 1 off Zach's back and he leaves Zach alone, who cares what they do? If they fall in love after that, then whatever. I mean, she should be worried about Madam, but... So Fatima goes in her office and calls Zach, and she suggests that Zach apologize to Karen. She wants him to go do that face-to-face because she's not going to answer my calls. She claims she trusts him, and she go over there so she can, she need to sign these papers. So we see Gary and Hayden. They go into Robin's office and tell Robin that the partners raised the money. They raised the money that he owed by 20%. So now he has to come up with another $3 million. And it's like, is it even worth that just to say, like, you won at this point? I'd let him have it. I wouldn't even. But, I mean, he already in so deep. And then they wired the money. He ain't going to get it back. So, I mean, at this point, do what you got to do. So they asked Robin if he's prepared to pay right now. And he's like, why do I got to pay right now? So Hayden's like, oh, I guess you didn't read your contract. It's due the same day. And Robin said no. In paragraph 3, it says it's due within a reasonable amount of time. And they were like, well, what's a reasonable amount of time? He said 30 days. First of all, this needs to be in writing, and it shouldn't be y'all 3 talking. We need, like, a moderator or a mediator or a third party in there. We have to have somebody else in here writing stuff down and to vouch for what's going on. Like, this shady business, I don't know. In the contract, I wouldn't even try. I would get a second set of eyes on that contract. But finally, he tells them, look, the money will be there by 5 tonight. Like, will that work for you? And they were like, oh, yeah, we'll be back by 5. First of all, how is Gary getting all this money to keep, like, out buying Robin? And where is Robin getting this $3 million from? So, Fatima confronts the plant, Tamara. I think it's Tamara. Let me know in the comments. T. My mom start calling her T. Because it seems like she's going to be there for a while. She tells her, look, like, because she's like, why are you here? And she's like, I'm here. Hayden want to get me a job here, so I'm filling out an application. I said, on paper? In 2023? But whatever. That's besides the point. It's Tyler Perry land. And Fatima was like, you can't work here. No, that ain't part of the plan. You need to get back. You getting in a little too deep. You need to get back with the plan. It's like them undercover cops when they be like getting in too deep into their character. And it's like, no. You have a job to do. You're not here for fun. It's obvious she wants to fill out the application. So T does tell her that he's meeting with Heather, that's baby mama number 1, in about an hour. And when Fatima leaves, because the receptionist comes to get her, first of all, she filling out a job for a secretary. For who? Because they already got a front desk clerk. But anyway, Tamara was like, she's under her breath like, look, I'm going to sign this. I'm going to get this job and get his money too. What you thought? Huh? I feel like if you getting his money, you don't need the job. But I mean, because she was like, Fatima was like, you need to think of something to get out of it. What's she going to say to get out of it? What, that she got another job? What is she gonna say to like get out of this? But she feel like, oh, I got him wrapped. He gonna give me all his money. He gave me $200 for breakfast. I said that okay, but I mean, he ain't never got this much action, so she might be right. So Sabrina comes to Andi's office, and Andi tells her Maurice is getting out, and she can go pick him up. Finally, that's who I want to see, Maurice come back, and I want Maurice to get a real love interest because he deserves it after all this. Andi asked Sabrina how she's doing because she's like, I'm glad you're excited about your friend, but how are you feeling? Because this is just a lot. And she's like, oh, I'm good, but I'm not the one you need to worry about. You need to be checking on Dani. And she was like, look, Dani slept with Q, and she was like, Q, like, yes, that one, the one, Maurice Q. So they agreed that they'll pop up on Dani tonight unannounced, like on some intervention stuff. They're going to call Karen. The sisters going to get together and go over there and talk to her. Dani don't want to talk about it. She ain't going to talk about it. So, I mean, but okay. Andi also wants to know, Sabrina, what did you do to get them coins? How did you get all this man to give you all this money? Not even for you, but for somebody else. And Sabrina was like, okay, but Gary buys you condos and nice things, and you don't think that I'm capable of having a man do that for me? Sabrina, nice try. Even though she is right, in this moment he didn't do nothing. I don't know why she's acting naive, like he ain't gonna want some payback for this. Like he ain't about to give you $1 million, 1.5 for your friend for nothing. Like you going to marry this man or something. But I feel like that's not the same situation. I know Tyler Perry be switching up the storylines, and then you gotta forget, but I've been watching this since season 1, okay? Andi was Gary's mistress. Andi got almost got unalived by his wife. Wherever his wife and his child is, who knows? We ain't heard not near mention what was going on with that. Like, okay. Andi turned into his fiance. He, put his hands on Andi. Like Andi went through a lot. Had her stranded and walking when the police pulled up on him in the middle of nowhere at some house. Like Andi went through a lot with Gary. She don't even know who Gary is. He's stalking her and spying on her. I mean, she had to do a lot to get this. Like then she tried to leave him alone, and then she got the condo. Couldn't even have that in peace because he watching her from the windows. I'm sorry, I would have moved out. Ain't no way. Andi went through hell and back. I mean, she deserved it at this point. It wasn't like she just said, hi, hey, can you do me a favor? And he just did it. Andi paid the price. So, Andi was like, no, it's not like that. That's not what I'm trying to say. But, okay. Andi put out. Okay? If nothing else, Andi put out, She flipped it over, made it do what it do, was coming out in lingerie. So, yeah. And Sabrina, you came out with your sweater on and your faux locks pulled back and just asked a man for a favor. He gonna want something. So, Andi calls Karen, but she working. Pam, like, she putting a permit in my head. And, they put something on the lady's head to make it seem like Karen was putting a perm in her head. But, oh, what did I write? Lord, I can't read my own handwriting. Oh. I said Karen might be putting that relaxer in that lady's head, but she still got enough time to nag Pam. If I was Pam, I would quit. How much is Karen paying? Because I know at one point Karen was losing money when she had them clients coming in. And that's when Zach had to give her the money that he owed her with interest. Okay, with the acrimony storyline of it all. But, yeah, she talked to Pam like she a small child, and I don't like that. So I need Pam. Let's give Pam, like, if we could make Fatima a main character. She got main character energy. Yeah, Pam ain't the best actress, but it's Tyler Perry world. Let's give Pam a little more of a storyline, okay? She's talking about Pam. The videos you sent me when he was locking up, they was fuzzy. You was doing the windows, and it was from the window to the wall. I couldn't see nothing. Pam like, I ain't no videographer, okay? I did it. Look, you gonna get what you get, and that's it. So Aaron comes in with lunch for Karen and demands that she eats. He like, when you get done with this head, you gonna eat. The next person can wait. My mama said something about something like, don't let no pregnant woman do your hair because your hair gonna fall out. What kind of old wise tale is that? Let me know if y'all heard that. I ain't never heard that till she said that. But, I mean, he doing all the right things. And I'm like, why did she want it to be Zach's baby so bad again? Like, somebody please make it make sense. Because he ain't checked her once. So at Zach and Fatima's place, a strange man knocks on the door. Zach answers. And like we saw in the previews, he claiming to be Fatima's baby father. So what's going on with that? Because we ain't seen no baby. We ain't heard no mention of no child. Was the child put up for adoption? Did she go through with the pregnancy? Did she lose the baby? There's so many different outcomes. But I said, was he fine back in the day? Because, I mean, the way she got Zach right now, it don't look like he's Fatima type. I'm just saying. Like, what year was this? When was y'all together? So we going to find out more about it next week. And I can't wait. Well, see, that's the thing. Tyler Perry showed all the good clips on the previews. And then we watched the episode and it be falling flat. Like, I'm kind of glad the season's wrapping up because 20 episodes is a lot. Like, it's not... I'm getting a little bored. But... Aaron told some random woman not to stop calling him John. I knew he wasn't no Shamar Moore and Diary of a Mad Black Woman. I knew something was up with him. Because when her mama said that, I saw it's going to be something up with Aaron. He been playing goody two-shoes for too long. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this episode down in the comment section. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.